Hey guys, my name is Nash Lynch, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to create an AI lead qualifying agent. Now, what this AI agent can do is it'll call up all of your leads, ask them questions, make sure they qualify for your services, and then send them over to you. Then from there, your team can take over and they won't waste time on leads that aren't qualified. I'm going to be showing you how to build out workflows to send out the calls, how to build out the actual AI agent itself, and then I'm going to be showing you how to upload your contacts and put them in a campaign. So get ready to take some notes, and without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. All right, now there's only one tool you're actually going to need to get started, and that tool is Nova Echo AI. Nova Echo AI is the best conversational voice AI platform that I've come across so far, and I will be using it in today's tutorial. They also provide you with a CRM, which I will be using to create workflows. So now for the first step of the process, which is actually creating your own AI agent. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into the Nova Echo CRM. Once in the Nova Echo CRM, you're gonna come down to this section called Nova Echo AI. You're gonna sign into your dashboard, and you will be prompted with a screen that looks something like this. Now, once you're on this screen, you're gonna wanna go to Agents, Voice Agent, and then since we're doing a lead qualification agent, we're gonna do an outbound agent. Now, once you're on this outbound agent screen, as you can see, you can choose a language, you choose from one of your phone numbers, and then you put an opening message. Now, basically, this opening message is just gonna be the first thing that the AI says as soon as the prospect picks up the phone. So if you want this opening message to include something specific to the prospect, let's say you want to say, hey, is this name? Then you're gonna leave this empty for now. Just make sure you put a space in there and just leave it empty. However, if your initial message involves nothing that has to do with the prospect and can be said to every single person that picks up, then put it right here and you'll be making calls like that. I'll touch on why I'm leaving this blank later in the video. Now, once you select a phone number and once you put the initial message in, you're gonna go down and you're gonna choose a voice. My personal favorite is Troy. It just sounds the best and it works with all the other languages as well. Then I'm gonna scroll down. As you can see, we have a calendar booking option. We have a call transfer option. If you want to set those two up, those are separate things you can do. But if there were certain conditions and you want to live transfer, you could do that. And if there were certain conditions where you want to book an appointment, you can do that as well. However, for a lead qualification agent that I'm building out today, I won't be setting those up. As you can see, we have an advanced options section. This will let us connect to any other CRM, so you don't have to use the Nova Echo CRM specifically. We also have a double call feature, interrupt sensitivity, response speed, voicemail detection, AI creativity. This chooses how closely it'll stick to your prompt, and then initial message delay. You can customize this and make it anywhere from 0 to 5 seconds. Now is where we get into the good part, actually making and prompting your AI agent. This is the most important part. The second most important part being your leads. But if you don't prompt an agent properly, you won't get any good results. However, if you prompt an agent perfectly, you will get perfect results. And I actually have a framework for building out conversational voice AI agents. As you can see, I just copy pasted the framework. The framework is background information, objection handling, instructions, and then script. These are the only things you need to build out an amazing AI agent. So let me explain each section. Background information is basically just telling the AI what its name is, what company does it work for, and what is it trying to do on the call. As you can see here, I put you are a human named Troy. Your goal is to qualify prospects who are interested in selling their properties. You are reaching out specifically to cold or age data with the aim of connecting with individuals who may qualify. Short and simple, you can make yours longer. You can include some company information if you want, but you're just gonna give it a sort of background knowledge check. The next section, you can copy the exact way that I put it here, and that is objection handling. I tell it throughout the call, you should handle objections by acknowledging the prospect's statements, asking clarifying questions, and then steering the conversation back on track. Maintain a dynamic and friendly tone, addressing each of the prospect's responses thoughtfully to keep them engaged. Avoid sounding overly scripted and use casual language and friendly fillers like or So we're basically just telling it how to handle objections, what sort of framework should it use, and it'll use these frameworks for anything it's given. You don't even need to give it specific objection responses because it can do pretty good on its own with just this. And even if there is a question that you have a specific answer to, you can just prompt that in as well. Then next, you're gonna go into instructions. This is just sort of recapping what sort of tone should it use, how should it talk to the prospect. For example, I put here, maintain a calm, approachable, and personable tone as though speaking to someone you've known for a while. Use phrases like got it or okay to acknowledge their responses. Avoid long pauses, very important, and keep the conversation flowing smoothly and remain as natural as possible while following the script. This is giving the AI some free range to sort of do what it wants while also keeping it to your script. This is what I have found to make it sound the most human. Then after that, you're gonna put your script. Now, I don't have a script for you. You can put your own script in there, but just make sure when you're qualifying prospects, you don't have too many questions. Unless you have very hot leads, too many questions will throw people off and they won't want to sit on the call. I'd recommend keeping it anywhere from 3 to 5 questions long. However, if you do need more, just make sure your lead quality is good and you can probably get away with it. After the script, if you want to add any FAQs with specific answers, you can do that as well. Just write, here's a list of FAQs to use in case you're asked any questions outside the script, and then just copy paste them in and the AI will use them during the call. Now, once you have this agent built out using the framework that I just taught you, you're gonna go to Save Agent, and then you're gonna give it a name. I'm just gonna name it Test 1 Qualifier. And I spelled qualifier wrong, but whatever, I'm gonna save it anyways. Now, once I save it, as you can see, there's an agent ID. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that to my clipboard. Then I'm gonna go to the Nova Flow section. Once I'm at Nova Flow, there's all these pre-built workflows that come with Nova Echo AI. I'm gonna go to Drip Outbound Campaign, then I'm gonna go to Drip Outbound Campaign again. And then as you can see, I have a webhook right here. Now let me actually explain this workflow before I get into that webhook. Once a tag is added, they're thrown into a campaign, which is this campaign. It'll then drip the contacts into this webhook. This webhook will then send out a signal, which will call that prospect up. Then it'll move them to a call trigger stage. It'll add a call tag. It'll wait 10 minutes. It'll see if they answered. And then the rest of this is just filtering out who answered, who didn't, who responded well, who didn't. And that's all automatically set up for you. Now, if I go back to this webhook, because this is the most important part, you're gonna click on the webhook, and then as you can see, it goes to novaecho.ai/call. That's where it's just sending the signal so that you can actually make calls. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to this agent ID section and you're gonna copy paste that agent ID that we just got. Now, you might be wondering, what are all these other values and what is this? So the to number, you're gonna leave it exactly like this. It'll come like that. The contact ID will also come like this. And then the initial message is whatever you want to customize it to. So remember earlier how I said to leave it blank if you want to include client specific details? This is where you would actually fill it in. So for example, I have, hey, is this contact first name? This will grab the data of whatever contact you uploaded, grab their first name, and it'll just say it during the call. So it can say, hey, is this Troy? Hey, is this Tony? Hey, is this Maya? Hey, is this Sophia? Whatever the prospect's name is, it'll say it immediately over the phone. But as you can see, there's still 2 empty values, and that is client ID and from number. Now, the client ID is going to be specific to you, and it'll be on that main dashboard screen as soon as you open up the Nova Echo AI dashboard. And then the from number is going to be very specific. So save this action, make sure you save the workflow once you copy paste that agent ID. Then we're going to go back to workflows, go to Nova Echo AI. As you can see, I'm here on the dashboard again. I'm gonna go to saved agents. I'm gonna go to that agent that we just created, click edit. And as you can see, here's the phone number that I put in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy paste it. Make sure you don't include the plus. Go back to Nova Flow where we just were. Go back to the campaign, drip outbound campaign once again. Click on the webhook. And then once you're in the webhook, just put that from number right here. And you must keep it like this. Keep it with the country code, no parentheses, no dashes, all the numbers together. It must be exactly like this. Then once you put your client ID as well, make sure you save that action and then click save. And now your whole workflow is built out. Now that we added the AI into our CRM and our workflow, how do we actually get a campaign started and upload our contacts? So as you can see, I have an extensive lead list right here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go File, you're gonna then click Download and make sure you save it as a CSV file. Don't save it in any other format except CSV. If you already have a file and it's not in CSV, just convert it to CSV, search up CSV file converter. It should be pretty easy to find on Google. Now, once you have that downloaded, you're gonna go back to Nova Echo AI. We're gonna close out of this. We're gonna go to Nova Inbox. Once you're in Nova Inbox, you're then going to go to Import Contacts, and then you're gonna click Contacts right here once again. Next, then once it tells us to upload the contacts, we're gonna grab it from here and then drop it right in there. Then we're gonna go Next. Now, once all this loads, you just need to match the columns to whatever they're matched to. So for example, phone number is auto-connected to phone. The name is auto-connected to name. As you can see here, this is the company name. So we're actually gonna change this. Go in and then find business name. we'll switch that out. Just at least make sure you have the phone number, because obviously you're not going to be able to call them if you don't. Once you have all this data, I'm going to put don't import. I'm going to click next, and then we're going to leave this empty for now. Start bulk import. And now all of your leads will be imported into the system. Now, once all the leads are in your system, they will all pop up right here on the Nova inbox. What you're going to do is you're going to click select right there. You can select all the records at once if you want, and then you're going to click add tag. Once you add the tag, you're going to make sure that tag is the same tag as the campaign that we were doing, which is drip outbound campaign. You're going to click select, and then you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to do drip test 1. Now, once I click add tags, it'll add them into the workflow, which will then call them up. And that's pretty much it. That's how you create an agent, prompt it properly, add it to your CRM and workflows, and then upload your contacts so you can actually begin a campaign. Now, you might think it's over, but there's still one step after this. And that step is, of course, testing. You're going to go through the call recordings once you make your first couple of calls and see how the AI is performing. If there's certain mistakes that it keeps making or things that you think you can change to get optimal results, then go ahead and do that. Just make sure you are optimizing and not just blindly sending out calls without any regard for performance. You of course want to optimize for performance so you can get as many appointments and qualified leads in as possible. Once you're done testing and you have found what works best, just continue the calls and watch those prospects flood in. Now, if this process is sort of complicated, or maybe you don't have the time to do it, or you just want to learn more about conversational voice AI, you can book a call with the first link in the description. We can then go over if this is something that you could utilize in your business and if it's something that we can build out for you. If you got value out of this video, make sure you like and subscribe, comment any questions you have down below. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day.